25 ways people tried to escape a ticket. According to Reddit. Number 25. Get dispatched to an accident and find a Corolla flipped onto its roof. Driver was sitting on the curb with very minor injuries and no one else was hurt in the collision. I ended up arresting the driver for DUI. She was 19 and this was her third DUI. Her response: "Why are we wasting each other's time? Just let me go. It's not like I killed anyone." Unfortunately, with the way the courts look in Los Angeles County, she was probably going to get off without any consequences. Damn. You know what I mean? People going to jail for this weed shit, and people are driving a vehicle that could plow through houses and into people. And getting slapped on the wrist. We live in a fucking scary world. Number 24. Only a cadet, but I do go on ride-alongs. Someone tried to get out of a ticket by using religion.
Oh?
They had said that they were a great Christian and didn't deserve a ticket. Called us evil. Got a ticket. "You know, I love the Lord. And the Lord will not allow me to..." You put that down now. You put that pen down. "The Lord will not allow me to..." Satan is controlling that pen. Get away from me. I'm sorry. Number 20.
No, you need to give this guy a name.
That guy's name is, oh man, his name is Papa Squirtum.
I'll take it.
His name is Papa Squirtum. And he is Butterslice's actual father. Yeah. Butterslice's dad is religious.
Is he a Lutheran?
No, he's just like, I don't know, maybe like a Baptist. Yeah. Number 25, number 24, number 23. Let me pet their dog. Did you give them the ticket? Oh. Edit. I'm a stranger on the internet and I lied. I'm not even a cop. Great. So for the integrity of the list, I'm going to have to go down and make this the new number 23. I'm not a cop. God, they're all not cops. And I don't drink alcohol, but I couldn't resist saying this one when I was pulled over. The officer approached my car. I gave him my license. Is that how you think that's spelled? 2 C's? Registration and insurance. Then he asked me, "Are you drinking tonight?" And I answered, "Are you buying?" I wish I could say that was an original, but I actually heard that from a friend of mine who was a retired highway patrolman. Good for you. Number 24, number 23, number 22. I love the video of the woman talking to an officer that pulled her over for failure to stop, and she's like, "I thought you don't give pretty girls tickets." And the guy goes, "Pardon me?" And she says, "I thought you don't give pretty girls tickets." You didn't think we give pretty girls tickets? You're absolutely right. We don't. Sign here. You've seen that one, right?
No, I haven't.
You haven't seen that one?
Well, wait.
Police brutality.
Have you seen
Fatality.
the one where,
Finish her. What? Yeah.
This one chick, she claims assault and she can't be arrested because she's like an independent, what's it called? Like she's a citizen of the US without like the punishments or whatever.
She's got diplomatic immunity.
Something like that, yeah. Holy shit, I need to find it. Whatever, you keep going. I'm gonna go look for it.
Don't look for it. Just imagine, guys who are watching the video, listening to another unfunny Stripes anecdote. Just imagine some woman about to be pulled over, and then she starts singing "Single Ladies" by Beyonce, and she's like, "You can't arrest me!" She started dancing. You know what I mean? Well, if you like it, then you cannot put her handcuffs on it. Sorry, that doesn't roll off the tongue. Number 21, former highway patrol officer. More than anything, I've had people say that they're in a hurry to get to the bathroom. On more than one occasion, they've gone as far as to piss themselves in the hopes of avoiding a ticket. That's why you were speeding on the roads, because you really had to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna do this. See, bro, I pissed my pants. You gonna give me a ticket? Yeah, god damn. Now you got to pay the price of having your car detailed unless you just go home and dump bleach on the seat or some bullshit like that.
Here it is. Okay, she claimed she was an inhabitant.
She was inhabitant?
She was a free inhabitant, so they couldn't arrest her.
Okay. Here's a response. This worked for me once, though I legitimately was bursting at the seams and needed to go pee. I'd been at the hospital and had drank a whole mess of water for an ultrasound. Not thinking, I got in my car, and halfway home I was dying. I even saw the cop, but didn't slow down since my house was 1 minute away. He pulled up, no lights, and as I was leaping out of the car, I was like, yes, sir, we gotta. He laughed and told me not to do it again, and thankfully I made it to the bathroom in time. I find it funny how normal it is to remove all spaces between words to convey that they are talking really fast, yet it takes me more time to read than if they were written normally. Writing with the words capitalized fixes that issue while giving the same effect. But she didn't do that because she's some dumb bitch. So it says, yes, sir, I saw you, but I really needed to pee. I will come back if you need to write me a ticket, but I gotta go. Oh, Kyle, you such a good reader. You should put that to use and do things other than shit posting on the internet. There's a Stripes hiccup, you know. That's probably the most human hiccup I've ever heard. It's almost as if Stripes hiccuped her best human impression of a hiccup because she knows that we're recording. Number 20, maybe? My dad was pulled over going way fast on the interstate late at night, like 1 to 2 a.m. He is an anesthesiologist and got called into work because someone had to be shot. Oh, someone had been shot. Okay. It turned out that the person who had been shot was a cop. And so not only did my dad not receive a ticket, he got a police escort to the hospital, and he has refused to tell me exactly how fast they went. Hearing the story as a kid made me think my very by-the-book awkward dad was super cool.
That's cute. Like, he saved a man's life.
Number 19. My dad once pulled over a woman who claimed she had diarrhea, and that's why she was driving so fast. He's an understanding guy, so naturally he let her drive home, but followed her and wrote her a ticket there. This is literally a fear of mine, that one day when I'm having a stomach problem, something like this will happen and I'll get pulled over and they won't believe me. I'm terrified of getting pulled over as it is, but adding onto the threat of public humiliation on top of it, they probably just killed themselves like right after this post because they can't bear what.
I heard some lady tip where, like, if you get caught speeding, just tell them that you're in a hurry home to get a tampon that you don't have in a car.
And then the clearly the man officer will cringe his way back into his cop car because they don't like hearing anything about tampon. And he'll just drop his clipboard with the tickets and speed out of there. Yep. Oh my god. I'm sorry, officer. I forgot my tampon to put in my vagina. You want to see? No, God. Oh man, and then he cringed so hard he cringed into outer space. What the fuck, Stripes? Oh, what number is this even? Doesn't matter. We're going to be reading this forever. I have been waiting for this day. The year is 2007.
No. Yes, sound pumped.
The year is 2007. Is that good?
No.
Fuck you.
Why do you keep destroying it?
And I was given an automatic electric defibrillator, or AED, and a bunch of us in my department had gotten them as well. Some wonderful local business donated them, and I went through a class and I had this thing in my car and I was ready to save some motherfucking lives, yo. I don't know why I was so excited about it in retrospect, but I mean, new stuff is always fun. So about 2 months go by and I'm carrying this thing and out of the car every day and doing battery checks and being good police officer, and I'm kind of getting tired of looking at it. A guy working my area announces he is trying to stop someone doing 98 in a 45, and by some act of will, a few minutes later the person pulls over. I started heading to the location of the stop to make sure it was something very serious, and I got there, get out of my car, and this 20-something-year-old is explaining that his father is having a heart attack. I took the dude's ID out of my coworker's hand and asked, "Is this the address your father is at?" And the kid said, "Yeah." and I fucking ran like action movie style to my squad car, put that shit in fucking gear, and everything went plaid, ludicrous speed like. I radioed and told dispatch and sent an ambulance as well. I get to the address, which is actually in a very affluent part of town, and the driveway has a gate on it. No fucking time to hit a button. I throw the fucking suitcase AED over the gate, climb over that motherfucker, and then I pick the shit up, and I truck my fat ass in a polyester uniform up the longest driveway in America, where I bang the shit out of the front door screaming, "Police, I am here to help." This 60-year-old man answers the door gingerly while holding a tumbler full of what I guess was some kind of booze that I cannot afford, and I explain that I was told that someone was having a heart attack, and I am out of breath pointing at this fucking, defibrillator. And the guy looks at me and like I am some kind of alien. I bust out the ID that I took from the kid and show it to him. And the guy goes, "That's my son." I explained that his son was pulled over doing 100 and a 45 and told the police that he was trying to get home because his father was having a heart attack. The dad just stared at me blankly, not knowing what to say. I took the ID from him, get on my radio, and told my coworker that the father was having a nice night and there was not a medical emergency. I then stood in the darkness by the gate, hoping that someone would at least have the fucking decency to open it. But after a few minutes, I threw the fucking AED over the gate and climbed back over the bitch. Then got back into my squad car and drove back to the traffic stop, where the son was getting a lot of tickets. I gave the ID back to my coworker and figured that was the end. A few months later, I get a phone call from the coworker who wrote all the tickets, and I get informed that the son had a lawyer or team of lawyers and was fighting the ticket. I was asked to come to the bench trial by the prosecutor, which I did. Now, in some areas of the country, there are rooms for cops to go sit and wait, but where I live and work, you sit in the courtroom. So there is a pile of people, and this pile of cops from different cities, and the judge and the people in the courtroom just take it as it comes. I, by some act of God, was sitting about 10 feet away from son and dad without the tumbler, and a well-dressed young man that was explaining to them both that if the officer, us, show up, the best course of action would be to plead guilty. The lawyer type asked son and dad if they recognized the officers, us in the room, and they said that both stared right at me and my coworker and told him no. They seemed excited. I went out to my car, got the stupid AED, and came back into the courtroom and sat there with it, same spot next to the coworker. And I caught the dad's gaze when he looked back. He nudged his son, who looked at me, holding the AED. And it was like I saw his soul escape his body. They pled guilty. And I left and went and got lunch. A story about a defibrillator, Stripes. A story about a goddamn defibrillator. You know, that's not going to get me a new phone, Stripes. Number 17. What's a way that somebody tried to get out of a ticket? My sister tells the story of blowing a cop to get out of a ticket. He kept on pulling her over after that. Gross. Your family has some weird conversations. This guy says it's more like my sister tells weird stories. I want more of this. This one time I blew a guy for like $50. Heather, is that you? God. Jesus Christ. Number 16. This just happened today. Pulled this lady over for speeding and she started screaming at me that she was a doctor and that she was late for a life-saving operation. I asked her for her medical credential, which she just so happened to not have with her. Quick Google check in the cruiser to find out that it was her husband that is the surgeon at the children's hospital, not her. Go back to her car with her ticket, and response was, "If you ever end up at my hospital, I will make sure your kid dies." Well, here's your bracelets, ma'am. Edit, brackets, handcuffs, and charges were uttering threats.
So wait, does bracelet? Okay, yeah, bracelets are brackets.
Nigga, okay. Number 16. As a patrol officer, you pull cars over multiple times a day. After almost 10 years in law enforcement, I've pulled over many. I've heard them all. The best were that would have to be the guy I pulled over for speeding. I made my approach. The guy rolls down the window and I said my speech. He looks me right in the eye and softly says, I was speeding. I'm sorry. But you see, I'm in the military. Just an hour ago, I got back from my tour in Iraq. My girlfriend here just picked me up from the airport. To be honest, I was rushing home to my 2-minute welcome home bang session. Looking in the back seat, I seen military-style duffel bags, miscellaneous military BDU uniforms, a folded-up welcome home banner, and his girlfriend in the passenger seat gave me this, yeah, that's the truth look. And I said, have fun. And I handed him back his license. This cop's a bro. Anyway, Worst says, oh man, there's so many. I have to take a shit is used more often than you might imagine. The ones I always enjoy are, well, I know Officer so-and-so very well. He'll get me out of this. That's guaranteed to get you a ticket. Followed closely by, do you not have anything better to do than harass the public? Nope, not today. Not this exact moment. You're the lucky winner, I guess. Press hard.
I sent you a video. It's relevant.
That's nice, Stripes. You know, you want to fight me after this when I don't show it?
I mean,
are you gonna fight me, punk? Yes or no?
I couldn't even wrap my hands around your wrist.
I want to hear you like flustered, like get off me and all that. You know what I mean? That'd be so funny. It'd be cute.
You're free too.
What?
You'll get the chance to, I'm sure.
What?
You'll get the chance to, I'm sure.
What? Try to overpower you? I could probably do it with 2 pinkies. But I mean, like, I just want to like get sound bites of you like flustered and frustrated. Anyway, not a cop, but someone I knew got pulled over during doing 80 in a 50. And when the officer approached his window and asked, why were you driving so fast? The person's response was, sorry, officer. I was trying to get my flux capacitor up to speed. The cops didn't find it very funny.
What does that mean?
It's a Back to the Future reference, dude.
Oh.
What, Stripes? You don't know Back to the Future?
I've seen Back to the Future. I'm sorry, that reference went over my head.
Do you remember the theme from it? That goes.
Remember.
It goes dun 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 dun.
Look.
What?
4 out of 10 times if you made a Lord of the Rings reference, it'd probably go over my head too, but that doesn't mean I haven't seen it. It doesn't mean I don't appreciate
What was I just singing? You don't know, do you?
Lord of the Rings.
No! No! You don't know shit! Every list is just another opportunity.
Oh no!
What? What happened? Did you knock something over? Did Stripes knock something over?
I'm fine.
What happened?
Nothing happened, don't worry about
What happened? Seriously, did you knock something over?
No, I farted. You made me fart.
Again! That's the second time I've made the chick fart on video. I mean, yeah, oh my god. So, you know, that's an experience that some people can't pay for, you know? If we have subscribers that are into Omarashi, look it up, guys. Anyway, here's another one. Not a cop, but I've been pulled over 5+ times and have never had a ticket. I always have several family friends who are officers. 2 of the best pieces of advice I have: be as respectful and polite as you can. Say please and thank you. Yes, sir. Ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Please. Thank you, sir. God, I can feel myself like barfing in my mouth a little bit, just like the idea being nice to these crooked ass cops. I live in Miami, man. Y'all really got the wrong. This is not like your average cops. These are just the dirtiest nigga ass cops that you can fucking imagine. Like, these are dirty dirt McGurk, where my money at cops. You want to get out of a ticket, you better pay me half a. They would literally be like, all right, look, this ticket's gonna be $100, but you could give me 30 right now. See what I'm talking about? We make this all go away. I'm dirty nigga ass cop. Give me my money. I'm pimp cop. I am pimp cop. You know, you heard of RoboCop? I'm a pimp cop. Okay? Did you just compare yourself to RoboCop? Now that's $60, motherfucker. You want to pay the $100 ticket? You want to give me $60? Is that a phone? Give me that phone. Trying to record me. Stripes, what are you doing?
I'm looking at that video I sent you.
You can't even be bothered to pay attention to me while I'm...
No, I'm kidding. I just want you to watch it.
No, you're not. You're liar. I'm kidding. I love that. Like, you're trying to, like, backpedal and cover for yourself. Oh, look, he's going to get mad if I'm not paying attention to him. Number 2, man. If it's night...
Never be mad at me. Ever. Never.
You want to test that? Look, if it's nighttime, turn all of your interior lights before the officer gets to your window. It is a lot less scary approaching a car that you can see inside of. What if none of your interior lights work? Pull out a gun. They flash a little bit when you pull the trigger. That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh man, they're gonna think I'm a serial killer. People listen to people who are tasked with keeping tabs on me pay attention to this kind of crap. And the fact that really just made me erupt in laughter. I'm either going to have to play off and make it seem like I was just hamming it up and actually laughing, because the idea of like pulling a gun on a cop and then the little light, it's a funny comment. All right.
I laughed. And
it's a funny comment. So if you're tasked with listening to me, I do not wish violence against, pimp cops. Okay. Even though they crooked. Come on, man. That's just a funny comment. It's been gilded by some guy. Some guy paid money. He liked the comment so much. Look, the last comment only got 971 upvotes, but this one got nearly 5,000. It's a funny comment. Move the fuck on and stop trying to establish a rap sheet on Kyle based on his internet browsing history. Number 14, 13. Who gives a fuck, man? I'm just going to be like, and another one. Not a cop, but a friend once stopped me for a broken headlight. In my country, there's a fine for that. He didn't know what to do, so he got out of the car, no paranoid police here, and told the officer that the light does that sometimes, and kicked it. It actually fucking worked. The light turned back on, and he was on his way. Well, it really wasn't an excuse or anything. It worked. I've done the same in an old Volvo that if you hit the passenger side light, it would come on. One night I forgot to give it the old bump and drove off, got pulled over. The cop asked if I knew it was out, and I told him the secret. He hid it for me, came back on and said, well, I can tell you have better things to spend your money on. I'll let you off with a warning. Yeah, that's a cool guy. You've got better things to spend your money on, like booze. Okay, here's another one. My friend had a theory that if you could make a cop laugh, you can get out of a ticket. I'd watched him do this on 3 occasions. Once, he was actually going 40 miles over the posted limit, a felony, and he told the cop that he was trying to get tampons to his girlfriend who was cheering at our high school football away game, and that was actually the truth. She clocked him going at 95 and a 55 and let him off with a warning after some easy chat and a few laughs. The best, though, was when he got pulled over for having a busted turn signal. God, the cops give a shit. He handed the cop his license and asked, do you think I look better now or when I took that picture? The cop looked up and hesitated like he actually thought about it, and we all laughed and the cop went back to his car. He walked back with his hand on his gun and said, do you realize there's a warrant out for your arrest? And then there was stunned silence, and he says, step out of the vehicle. He unbuttons his holster and says, I'm just fucking with you, man. You fuck with me and I'm gonna fuck with you. It's like a Reno 911 sketch, too. Do you think I look better now or in the picture? And then he's like, ha 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 ha. And then he goes back to his car like, this nigga. I'm gonna pull a gun on this motherfucker. Don't fuck with me. All right. My friend claimed that he wasn't scared, but that's complete bullshit. We all laughed and the cop gave us a warning. That's like a scene from a movie. Oh my god. Don't fuck with me. I like the idea of someone making someone laugh fucking with them, you know what I mean? Don't fuck with me, man. I'm not a cop, but I thought I'd share this piece of gold with you guys.
Trix, what is your present address? Pardon me?
Oh, this is the one where the pretty girl is like, I thought you didn't get pretty girl tickets. And he's like, you're absolutely right.
This is not an admission of guilt. This just simply confirms that you didn't think we gave pretty girls tickets? You're absolutely right. We don't. Sign here. This is not an admission of guilt.
Nice. You're absolutely right. We do. Here's another one. I once caught a speeding ticket and told the cop how embarrassing it was, but I really had to go number two. Number two. He took my info and said with a little smile, you can go. You'll receive your ticket by mail. It has been 6 months now and still nothing. Did he gracefully change his mind? Wow.
Maybe he moved.
Edit. Here's this sounds crazy.
Oh wait, did it actually come in after?
It's been 6 months now and still nothing. Did he gracefully change his mind? Edit. I just went to the police station and they told me to call the city. I called the city and they told me that there is nothing on my record. But still, to make sure with the provincial cops, since it was on the highway bridge at the end of the year, they'd send me the ticket. The office is closed today, so we shall wait and see. Poop brethren. Edit 2. I received a post office notice yesterday and went to get the letter just 10 minutes ago. Ta-da, it was the ticket. I wonder if it was because I called. You idiot.
Why would you poke the beehive like that? You got it free.
I love that Stripes just used an actual phrase like poke the beehive. Stripes is cute. For now. Here's another one. As a driver, I had a cop pull me over. Yeah. I was 17 roughly. Driving my mom's new car at almost 30 over the speed limit in a residential area. The cop walks up, asks if it's a new car. Yep. But you can't even hear the engine when it gets going. Yep. Steering is probably pretty good, right? Yep. Etc. for several more questions. Then he just walks back to his car and drives off. His point was well established, but it was weird as hell to me at the time. I literally never offered one excuse. He did. And I just sat there answering, yup. 0% financing for the first 6 months? Yup. Do great deals tend to distract you? Yup. Does going fast help you forget about your parents' recent divorce? Yup. Do you like the movie Gladiators? Ever seen a grown man naked? Oh my god. You ever see the inside of a circus person? Listen, one day, whoa, how long are we? God damn. God damn. Look, one lady yelled and cursed at me while saying I was wasting my time dealing with her when I should be getting the real bad and dangerous drivers out there. She was stopped for going 17 miles per hour over the active school zone. What a bitch. You gonna kill the kids driving that fast, gonna kill the kids. A response reads, my county's councilwoman in my hometown got pulled over for drunk driving on the Lake Washington floating bridge and yelled at the officer saying, shouldn't you be out catching rapists? It was not her finest moment. Will not be Googling Lake Washington floating bridge, as driving next to a pond terrifies me. It fell over there first time they built it?
Well, I guess it just legitimizes his fear then.
What the fuck is the Lake Washington floating bridge?
I think it's a bridge that's over a river. Or a pond or whatever. Yeah,
no, I think it's one of those bridges that just goes straight over it.
Yeah.
You think it like floats legit? It wouldn't be called a floating bridge otherwise. It floats?
Doesn't that mean it kind of like shifts to the left and the right? Every so often.
And they just put some kind of bullshit under it? I don't understand. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Why are we doing this to ourselves? I need to be finishing this damn list. Okay. Flirting is always bad, but it is especially bad when the driver is really old, really young, or has their family in the car with them. I don't consider myself to be super attractive, but people will do anything to get out of the ticket. Threatening the officer is also pretty bad. That's happened before. Sometimes it is threatening to kill my family if I write them a ticket, but sometimes people get a little more creative. Some racist people assume that I am an illegal immigrant and threaten to report me if I write them a ticket.
They don't give illegal immigrants cop jobs. Or maybe they do. How thorough is the background check?
Bad boys! Not very thorough. There's no psych eval, I'll tell you that. What you want? What you want? When am I gonna finish this list? That one always makes me laugh, you know? Bribing is also interesting. Some of the things people come up with are actually kind of funny. Not a cop, but I've seen many of my ex's ways of avoiding tickets, and she has avoided many tickets. Her best escape was by faking being mute, and unfortunately she knows sign language, or fortunately. Most cops would feel bad ticketing her, so they just let her go, while I feel bad for those cops. Fair enough. I mean, if she was deaf, how was she supposed to hear the speed limit signs? She was only pretending to be mute, not deaf. Are you her ex because she gets jokes and you don't? Quite possible. It's fucked up. I enjoyed this. Some other guy. You'll have to speak up. His wife is deaf. This is so stupid. Stupid. You're all stupid. Okay, listen to this fucking list. Yeah, get this list over with. Pulled over an unregistered vehicle. They tried to offer me money. Behind me was a very large group of students watching. All of them had access to my microphone to hear what was going on. I tried to explain this to this driver. He simply wouldn't listen or didn't understand. Not that it would have made a difference, but I would have preferred to avoid having to arrest him for a stupid mistake. Oh. He ended up getting arrested for a range of charges. That sucks. You know, sometimes that's all you can do is try to bribe the police. Can't go away, you know?
I mean, you can.
Going away is not cool. I have a question.
Yeah.
If you just get a car and it's unregistered, but you get pulled over on your way to go register it, is it still illegal or is that all right? Disclaimer, ex-cop here. It's been 5 years. It's mostly okay. Who gives a fuck about this? Stupid ass technical, like, yeah, I have a question. Here's a loophole here. You like this loophole? Listen to this loophole I just figured out. One gave me a get out of jail Monopoly card. And then I let him off with a warning. What else could I do? He had the card. Was his name Albert Einstein?
Is that a reference I should get? Because it also sailed.
What?
Is that a reference I should get? Because it sailed pretty far over my head, too.
You don't know what song I did earlier, and it was from fucking Jurassic Park Stripes.
Wait, that was my third answer.
Coworker of mine was speeding one day on a southbound highway. Told the cop, hey man, I know you gotta give me a ticket, but please write out for northbound, or else my wife will think I'm cheating on her. The cop laughed and told him to slow down and let him off. He was not married, nor was he even seeing anybody. Smart. He could then dispute the ticket and prove that he wasn't on the northbound. Huh, that makes sense. Except he was being audio recorded. Was he? Yes. Oh, okay. What a great civil discussion we have had here today. Titties. So close. So close. Fucking Reddit. Number 2, guys. It's been deleted. Somebody said, did you use the radar gun on the baby as it came out of the pussy? I'm guessing they used like some kind of pregnancy excuse, like the wife is having a baby in the backseat or something. Did you use the radar gun on the baby as it came out? You're asking the important questions, pal. Suck my ass. Here's the number one crazy, best or worst fucking, what did I name the list? Oh, jeez. Boy, do I lose steam by the end of these. It's so unattractive. You know, my sexual stamina is better than this. If only these lists could be made like sex. How could I make the list like sex, Stripes?
I mean, well, you're already doing them 2 at a time, so that could be building up to your issue.
Well, you're right. We did record this one back to back after another list. But look, the love that I have from my subscribers should be enough to make them feel, you know, as though they always have somebody, day or night, rain or shine, regardless of what they're going through or who they wish were paying attention to them that just happen to not be right now. That they're not alone and they always have me. They got the moon. They got the trees. And they could always get a hold of me whenever they want. And if they ever told me that I needed them, I mean that they needed me, that I'd always be there for them. I'll be there. Just call my name, and I'll be there. I'll be there. Sorry, this is why we need to end the list. Number 1, okay. Someone I knew was trying to get out of drinking and driving. She went up to the cop and was like, listen, we're all white here. Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Needless to say, she went to jail. Plot twist, the cop was black. And then he stepped out of the shadows. You know what I mean? Plot twist, it was this black cop. Oh my God, Clayton Bigsby. A Chappelle reference at the very top of the fucking thread. That's very good, guys. Very good. Oh my God. White man breathing up all the... Wait, no, black man breathing up all the white man's there. Guys, we've had a fun, you know, UTI floating bridge adventure here today. Oh crap, nude Vista. We're gonna want to get rid of that one. Okay, everything.
What about nude beaches?
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Guys, you take...
It's filled with old people and ladies with saggy titties.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about with old people and ladies with saggy titties, but that's how we're going to leave the end of the list. So if you guys want to have a personal word with Stripes, let's hear it in the comment section. She definitely reads the... Like, I read all the comments and stuff, but Stripes reads it like 5 times a day. So leave Stripes a comment, man. If you made it all the way to the end of this video... What?
Nobody can reach me up at my tower. No one's allowed to speak to me.
How can I get something that, that corresponds to this list? You get what I'm saying?
Tampons.
I don't want tampons, Stripes.
Tampons.
What could I do that has something to do with cops?
A baton.
Did you see? Okay, a baton. Stripes?
Wait, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
The nightsticks.
If we put in baton, Stripes, it's gonna come up with like the bullshit that like the wands that girls use. Yeah. Oh shit, this one looks badass.
No, but there's a police baton there.
Are there stun guns that I wouldn't need a carrier's permit for? Wow, this is decently priced.
I don't want you to have one of those.
You shut up, cow, and I'll stun you good.
Why don't you just get a shock collar while you're at it?
Is that what is that what tickles you? Is that what gets you Randy? That is such a scary thought. Like, people who would use something like this during sex. What a scary thought. I wish I look at things like this and like think, okay, I want that, but what the fuck would I use it on, you know?
I mean, you could try and fry a steak with it.
Stripes, what the fuck? Oh my god, dude. What the like, this is the chick. This is who you're dealing with, everybody. You guys think, man. Ooh, this is who you're dealing with. Stripes would try and fry a steak with a stun gun. And that's how we can end the video, Stripes. Thank you. Thank you for another gem. You farted during another video. We've got that shit, son. Okay? We got it. A boom shalarkey. Thank you for watching, everybody. You have a great night. You know this video is only 40 minutes as well? God, it's like we're just losing the ability to make hour-long videos. Which is good, because I think it means that we've been sticking to the... Not really. It doesn't feel like we were sticking to the topic at all. Okay, bye. What?
You got me on a leash now. I'm too intense for you.
Look, the channel needs to take you on walks, honestly. I just can't trust any of them not to run away with you. Because you're a dog that's weird enough that everybody wants them. I'm kidding, not a real dog. Like a... You're the one who introduced the leash crap, so now you're making me put my foot in my mouth with your bullshit. It's just like, look, he's going to build on what I just said, and it's going to make him look like a fool. It's like a art that I do. It's like a art. It's like a art. Bye, Stripes. See you guys later.